Omid, see, we've been watching Amphibia the whole time from season 1 to season 3. We actually get introduced with so many characters. So let's go ahead and actually bring up our top 10 characters of Amphibia. All right.
Yes.
So Omid, I saw your list here, and let's go start off with number 10. Omid, you said Hop Pop is number 10. Can you explain to me why you like Hop Pop as number 10?
Well, because Hot Pop is such a caring father figure for Anne as well as his grandchildren. And also the fact that he is voiced by Bill Farmer. And let's be honest, Bill Farmer pulls off, characters, making them memorable. Take a look at Goofy, too. And also just the fact that, like, I relate to him in a level because just like Hot Pop, I was an actor myself, particularly in theater. So there was a bit of Hot Pop in me, which I respect. Like, we're both thespians, so I highly respect that. And also, this is a guy who, like, he's not a perfect father figure himself. Like, there are times where he does screw up. He has made mistakes. Take a look at how he tries to hide the calamity box from Anne. But then I like how no matter what, he does try his best to protect his family. He does his best to try to protect Anne. And just overall around, like, this is a farmer with good intentions, good heart, and just overall, like, a really good, Hop Pop, really good grandfather figure.
Now, my thing is that I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Hop Pop is not currently on my top 10 list. That's all I can say. Hop Pop is not on my top 10 list.
It's
So
fair. It's fair.
yeah, I mean, okay, to say the least, he could be like 12 to say. And if you're gonna put him on a top 10 list, I'll put him on my number 12. I mean, like, he has his flaws. He hid the box, so it's kind of selfish of him. I know he's trying to stay safe for his family. At the same time, I'm like, bro, this is the way for Anne to actually save herself. Why are you doing this to her? So yeah, I'm not happy with what Hop Up was doing. Plus, the other thing too, it's not as entertaining compared to the other characters that we're also going to bring up on this list. So let's go ahead and
fair. It's totally fair. Like, honestly, I'm going to be honest. But number 10, I was sort of switching between Hop Pop and Maddie Flower, but then I ended up going with Hop Pop at the end.
Okay,
Maddie
not
Flower,
gonna lie, Maddie's actually a pretty cool character. She's not on my top 10 either. I don't know why. My top 10
Maddie
is
was
weird.
close to being in mine. Maddie was close to being in mine.
So okay, so we're doing around top 10 right now, and I'm gonna start off with my number 10. It's so weird. Are you gonna be all like weirded out the fact what my number 10 character is? Omid knows.
Yeah, I know, but take it away.
How do you feel? How do you feel about this being my number 10? Yes, Domino 2 is number 10. I have no things about her. I know that Domino 2 has not been like, in episodes, but look, it's like an adorable caterpillar. It was cool. Like the fact that like it continues to know Anne, especially during that episode where like, it came back. I thought it was actually gonna get destroyed like the rebellion or something, but Domino 2 is still a cute little like cat, okay, or a little caterpillar to say. And the fact that episode there where they literally have like everybody flying, like where she's the alpha moth to say, yeah, I absolutely adore it. So don't be weirded out the fact that I actually picked an animal as number 10, okay? It is an adorable cat, okay? Domino 2 is cute.
Look, I'm
like Aunt Boonchoid and literally saying like it's adorable. I'm gonna keep it as a pet.
Well, technically you have Domino 1 in your hands while you're showing Domino 2.
Not Domino 1, it is Domino 2 after all. I mean, it's the caterpillar.
That is true. I'm just talking about like, the physical features, like all that stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, Domino 2. It's a weird way of saying it, but I actually do love how Domino 2 has been helpful. We thought she was just a lost cause. I love the fact that she did come back and she actually helped it helped in the rebellion too. Like she helped Anne fly. She helped Anne go through Los Angeles and actually help her throughout her, fight against Andreas to say. So yeah, I say number 10. Domino 2. You may all say it's weird, but I love this.
I honestly don't. I honestly can see why you would put her on the list because yeah, she's really adorable. She really is.
Yes, I'm like Aunt Boonchoid, who's pretty much saying like, yeah, like it's a cute little caterpillar. Okay, all right. So let's move over to our number 9. So I'm seeing the list here. Says here Grime is number 9 for you. Can you explain why Grime is number 9?
Yeah, like Okay, to all those Hot Papa Grime shippers, I can see right now. It's like, oh, you put Hot Papa Grime.
Oh no!
together on
Oh no!
Hot
Here we
Papa-"
go again. Here we go
No,
again.
no, 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 no. No, I promise you this. I can promise you, it's a massive coincidence. Okay, just a coincidence. Okay, now, why I put Hot Papa number 9? Well, Hot Pop's the kind of guy that looks brooding. He looks the type of character that could be this like serious, brutal, brutal bad guy that looks the part of the villain. Like, but then we saw that he's not the villain in season 2 finale, season 3. But underneath it, there's this caring, a bit caring in his own way. Like, he has this like father figure personality like thing to Sasha. And the thing is, like, with Grime is that like he looks to be brooding, but he's actually kind of he's actually pretty funny. Like, he has some comedic moments there, he has some funny lines, and also the fact that he's voiced tremendously by Troy Baker. Like, he pulls off a Grime in fine colors where like I said before, he used to be the hard, tough, bad, commander of the Toads. But then ever since he met, Sasha, and ever since they grew a bond, Grime has been like, more open. He's been more cooperative. He gets along with others. Like in season 3, it's like, yeah, you really do see Grime developing as a character. And like I said before, like, he has very memorable lines and quotes there. And also, oh my god, when he pretty much sacrifices his arm to save Sasha, I was just like, oh, like, he's the father figure Sasha never had. Grime for life, man. Grime for life. So yeah, Grime at number 9.
I would say this though, Grime has a fatherly figure to, like, he's kind of like a fatherly figure to Sasha, considering that he's actually helped her throughout her time in Amphibia. At the same time, he also does have his like weird moments. I mean, he plays a harp like a freaking angel. I'm like, how dare you? How do you get so good at a harp?
Yes, I love that. It was just like, mwah. I'm gonna be honest though, like, I love the Sasha NRC. I love it's no big deal, but honestly, if I were the judge, I would have gone with Hot Pop also. It was just so beautiful.
Okay, fair for you. Fair for you.
Yes.
Like I said, not bad of a pick. I actually would say that he's not bad of a person. Yeah, Grime is an awesome character to say. Fortunately, Grime is not on my top 10 list.
Again, understandable.
Fair. Look, there's there's so many characters out here in Amphibia that we all have our different opinions. FYI,
exactly.
If you want to bring up your top 10, by the way, audience, you can go ahead and put your top 10 on the comments.
I'll
bring it up later.
As we're gonna see later on, there are some that I find to be a little.
Look, Omid has already seen the list. He's already angry at one person. We'll talk about that later.
Like I said, my gloves ready. Let's go.
Okay, so my number 9. I don't think anybody actually thinks of this person as in the top 10 list, but I think he's actually a really cool antagonist turned into a how do you explain it? Like, he turned antagonist because he was obsessed about something, and then he turned good because he needs to help them.
That's sort of like my number 9, Grime, where he turned out to be an antagonist at first, but then he grew to be an ally.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the same thing for this person. So, and FYI, number 9, I love him. He's great. And it's also voiced by RuPaul. It's Mr. X. I love Mr. X. He's actually pretty cool. I mean, yes, he's fashionable. He wears Heelys. Yeah, he could be a bad guy when you actually see him in the first couple episodes of season 3. But look, he's been actually helpful, especially in the end of especially in the, like, in All In, for example, where, like, you actually get to see him help the Boonchoids actually get all this gear and actually fight against this frog army that is about to attack Earth. So I gotta say this though, like, nobody cares about Mr. X, but I care about him. He's cool. Like, he is a really cool antagonist. Plus, RuPaul also voices him. I think he's perfect. He's actually a perfect person to actually voice Mr. X. Because every time I hear him, he's actually not. Every time I hear him, I'm like, RuPaul, I can totally hear your voice. You are based like you're a base queen, by the way. Yes,
Yeah,
I understand your RuPaul drag queen and all.
like I
But yes,
found RuPaul entertaining myself. Like I really did find Mr. X quite an entertaining character myself. Not exactly top 10 or 2, but yeah, I like Mr. X too.
yeah. So yes, and you know it's weird. Like my countdown list is so weird. I actually have number 10 as a freaking pet, and number 9 as a drag queen. Yes, Mr. X and RuPaul. Yes, we love you. Well, I love you. I don't know about me. You didn't put it in your top 10 though. Yeah.
That doesn't mean I don't look. Maddie's not in my top 10 yet. I still love her, so take that for what it is.
Okay, that's true. We all have to like really make some big decisions on this one anyway. So yeah.
Yeah.
Number 8, according to you, I'm surprised about this. I thought you actually would bring this up really high on these. By the way, it's not one character; it's 2 characters.
Yes.
And to be fair, we actually did the same thing in our list, by the way, for this one. Number 8, according to you, Omid, Mr. and Mrs. Boonchoid. Why?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Like these 2 characters, these 2 parents are, such an amazing set of parents. Like they're honestly one of the best parents, in a cartoon. Like they are helpful. They are, very caring towards their daughter. They do whatever they can for their daughter. And how should I put it? Like they know when to put their foot down when it comes to their daughter. And they actually are really funny. They actually turned to be, they have their funny moments too. Like Mr. and Mrs. Boonchoid are the kind of, parents that a child needs, in their lives. And, given that it's really refreshing when you see them, given that, most of the cartoon parents don't really turn out to be that great. Take a look at Turner's parents. But in the case of the Boonchoids, like not only are they, very caring, helpful towards Anne, but they're also really smart. It really does show how, like I said, they're very encouraging towards Anne. They've seen how much as Anne has grown. They really do provide for her. They even welcome the Planters into their home, despite the fact that they are anthropomorphic frogs, because they know how much they have been caring for Anne for these past months. And honestly, overall, I stand the Boonchoid parents. I simp Mrs. Boonchoid especially.
Whoa. This is supposed to be a kid's show. I mean, don't you put up a lot more of that.
It's like, yeah, forget all the Thai food in the menu. I want her for dinner.
I mean, this is a kid's show. What are you doing?
I can't help it. It's
no, I don't like this.
Also, Mr. Boonchoid's a gamer, so that's a plus.
Okay, so that's the thing. I love them too. By the way, they're on my list, but they're not number 8. I'm gonna bring it up later. By the way, okay. You now you got to figure out like why Mr. and Mrs. Boonchoid. Nate, where do you put it on the list? Good question. You'll see that later.
Mystery.
All right, number 8. It's cool. Like Mr. and Mrs. Boonchoid. I'll explain my take on those 2 later. But number 8 for me. What's surprising? We haven't seen her in quite a while, but I think she's absolutely adorable, and the fact that she really supports Sprig. You know what I'm talking about now, right?
Oh yes.
Ivy. I like Ivy. Yes. Look, I love the tomboys. She definitely is a tomboy character. And look, the other thing too is like she loves fooling around with Sprig. Sprig loves Ivy because of that. I love the fact that like Ivy, when she tried to ask her out, it was absolutely adorable. Like she's absolutely tsundere when she tried to ask her out.
Oh my God.
And then the episode where she's trying to be like what was it? Try to fight her mom and stuff. I thought she was actually cool in that episode as well. Like, yeah, you're selfish, but at the same time, you also do want to listen to your mom because your mom actually knows a lot of more things compared to you. So, and I do love Spivey, by the way. Like the couple is great. I hate the episode Spivey, by the way. Too much of
it
that.
was so
Way
cheesy.
Too much of that. Yeah.
Spivey was so cheesy, man. It's it got to a point where I'm just like, okay, you guys are a bit.
It's a little way too much. It's the reason why Sasha ended up being so angry. But look, Ivy's an adorable like little frog. I protect her at all costs, please. And of course, Spivey for the win. Yes. But more I can say, like Ivy's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I honestly, Ivy, I would put Ivy in my top 15. I really do like her character too. And fun fact, she's voiced by Katie Crown. She is voiced by Izzy.
Oh, that's true. Actually, you forgot about that. Yeah, Izzy from Total Drama.
Yeah, one of my
Ah,
favorite total drama characters.
that's right. I remember that. I forgot Total Drama, by the way. We don't have a show. We don't have like a dedicated like fan base about that. Okay, that was a whole time ago.
Yeah, yeah.
All
That's
right,
another
let's
topic for another day.
let's head over to our number seven favorite character. And I actually have the same ones. So
Yeah.
to say the least, Omid and I actually agree on this character as our
Yes.
number seven. So we're actually going to be very equal on this. Um, she is in the Utopian Army, and she's also voiced by I forgot her name. Fuck.
Zara.
Huh?
Zara.
Zara.
Uh,
Yeah, she's voiced by Zara. General Yunnan. We both love General
yes.
Yunnan as number seven, by the way. So let's go ahead and discuss more about her. Omid, you go first.
Her name is General Yunnan, Scourge
Oh,
of the
General
Sandwars,
Yunnan!
defeater of Ragnar the Wretched, and the youngest dude to ever achieve the rank of general in the Great Utopian Army, General Yunnan.
Yes, that's General Yunnan. Oh God. Okay,
Yes.
forget it. Forget all the introductions. She did that. She did that when we first see her, and then after that, we get to not see that a lot.
Oh God, I love Yunnan. Love General Yunnan. Oh my gosh, it's one of those characters who I wish I could place higher, but then we do have other characters I want to talk about. But man, Yunnan is just S tier character. Like she's very boastful, yet she's heroic. She's very loud, yet she's very honorable. Like she is very like the best way to describe it, she's very wild, but yet she's very determined. Like and also her battle armor and the way she fights and stuff, it's just like she's the kind of warrior you just want on your side. It's just absolutely love her.
I got nothing to say more about General Yunnan. I mean, the fact that she was an absolute badass when you first saw her fight against Sasha. And the other thing too is like I love that. Okay, so there's that about her. She's also badass. She's definitely an awesome like general to say. She's also supporting Marcy. She also supported Marcy throughout. If you saw Marcy's takeover, was it theme song takeover? You get to see that she actually fought against with Marcy.
They were pirates. They were
pirates. Yes, raiders to say.
Newts of the Caribbean. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
this is the Caribbean to say.
By the way,
But the other
did you
thing
say
too,
Raiders?
yeah, okay.
Nate, I heard you say Raiders.
I said Raiders, yes. Okay, we get
yes.
it. Raiders, One Piece Raiders. One thing I also wanted to say is the fact that like she has been so supportive to everybody there, Marcy and Sasha, especially during True Colors. And we also get to see like Olivia and Yunnan definitely are a thing. I really hope they actually become an endgame thing because it feels like those two are actually cute together. And the fact they actually do team up together, especially in their episode, Olivia and Yunnan. So it kind of sucks. Like when we first saw Yunnan back in the beginning of the end, she was possessed. But look, when she got kicked out of the possession from what was it, Andreas, she started out to still become a badass and actually help support support the humans and trying to save their planet and all. So I would say she's absolutely a character that I love. She's amazing. She's badass. And voiced by Zara, which I thought was just awesome too.
Yes.
Yes. I can't say much more about it. Like she's badass. I love it. She's General Yunnan.
Definitely. Scourge of the Sandwars.
Yeah, I forgot the whole thing that she says.
It's pronounced Zara. I mispronounced. It's pronounced Zara.
Zara. Okay. I forgot how much she says, but it's a very long line to say. All right, so the rest of the list, by the way, we're all different in characters. So let's head over to number 6, according to Omid. Why would you bring him to number 6 though? He actually is one of my favorites, and you put him here? Okay. Number 6 to Omid is Sprig Planter. Please, why? Tell me why.
Again. Excuse me, sir. If you think my placement of a character is bad, I'm gonna get to yours later. I'm gonna get to yours later.
Sprig is supportive. Oh my god, did you not see how supportive Sprig was? Yes, he could be stupid sometimes, but he's
again
helpful to Anne and to like everybody.
Again. Given how I was just praising Yunnan, even though she was number 7, and then Sprig is on top of her, I think I pretty much guarantee, you can pretty much guess as to how I feel about this character. I love Sprig. I really do. He's this cute, adorable frog who is Anne's companion. He really does play the part and being Anne's most loyal friend, even more so than her human friends, funny enough. And like he's also her companion. Like what I like about the fact is that he's really loyal to his friends and family, especially Anne, and also the fact that he could be a bit of a troublemaker at times, but then again, he's just a kid. Like he's a kind of little rascal that you just can't help but love. And like I said, also the fact that Sprig also has his moments too. His most emotional moment, of course, in Hopping Mall, and I'm gonna touch upon that later when we get to that episode. But yeah, needless to say, he's a good mixture of comedic moments, emotional moments, but all around, it's mostly like his heart and his loyalty with his friends and family that carry his character.
How dare you bring him number 6? That's all I can say. How dare you put him as number 6?
Again, number 6 is not that bad of a ranking. Okay, calm your.
Okay, just a heads up. I put Sprig in a really
calm your toads
position.
All this is calm your toads. Number 6 is not that bad. It's not that bad.
I put Sprig in a respectable location. Okay, I put Sprig in a respectable location. So hopefully, for those who are listening, who are watching on our stream, I understand. Yeah, people are actually. I love this comment, by the way. Omid.
I know. I'm aware, Sean. I am aware. I'm aware of that.
Okay. Just a heads up. We're gonna tell Sunny now, just because of that.
She's probably watching anyway. She's gonna find out anyways.
You gotta keep moving on the show here. All right, number 6, according to me. Okay, you put them at number 8, but I put them at number 6 because it's again Mr. and Mrs. Boonchoid for me. I love the respect that they have. Yes, I understand they lost their daughter, but look how supportive they are. Like accepting the Planters into the family, helping them become part of the family. In Thai Feud, for example, where Mrs. Boonchoid absolutely hated Sprig, and then she started to like him because she's now part of the family. And I thought that was absolutely adorable, actually seeing those two. Mr. Boonchoid, I could definitely relate. I can't believe he's actually like around a 40-plus-year-old actually gaming and all that jazz.
That's us in future years.
I feel so bad for Mr. Boonchoid, considering that Mr. Boonchoid did get left behind during that hot balloon accident during Sprig's birthday.
Don't forget to check out his Twitch stream. It's like Boonchoid's gameplay 2. Yeah,
but and the other thing too is like, look, I understand like Mrs. Boonchoid. She's definitely a supportive mom. She's absolutely amazing. Plus, she's also kick ass. I didn't know how amazing she would be. Mr. Boonchoid is also the same thing too, very supportive as well. No doubt about it. When Anne came home, obviously there were a lot of comfort, especially the fact that the parents actually got their daughter back. But if you've been seeing throughout season 3, they definitely are very supportive of her. Will do anything to make sure that she's actually safe. Look at them in their robot outfits right now. I mean, yeah, I can tell you they'll do whatever it takes to make sure Anne is safe, and I love it from them. So number 6 to me, I love Mr. and Mrs. Boonchoid. They're amazing.
Yeah, like I said, I praised, like when I was talking about them, I was going on praising about how like they're the best cartoon parents in animation, and it still holds true to this day.
All right. Now let's head over to our top 5 characters. And this one, Omid, I'm surprised about this one. Why would you put him here on number 5? Literally, top 5, and you put this person in?
Okay.
All right. Number 5, according to Omid, is Wally Ribbington. Please tell me why Wally ended up being in your top 5.
Okay. I know some of you are going to think it's very Wally of me. Like, it's just weird for me to put Wally in my number 5 as Wally himself. But let me show you, like, there are legitimate reasons why I think he's one of the best Amphibia characters. Like, I really love this guy. This guy, like, is pretty much he's the nutcase. He's the weirdo of the town. But what I love about him is, his, self-esteem. Like, what I love about him is, like, his self-confidence. That, no matter what people say of him, he still manages to, love himself through and through. And I think, like, that's really, he's the kind of character, he's one of those characters that's very inspirational. Where, like, we're pretty much looked upon as, like, the weirdos or the misfits of, society or wherever we are because of our own, how does it put it? Weirdness, or like whether it be like, habits or tastes or whatever. But the thing is, though, is that we shouldn't care. Like, just like Wally doesn't care, like, what people think of him, we shouldn't care what people think of us. So that's why I feel like Wally's one of the best characters because he's very inspirational. Not only that, but we also get a nice family background of him. Like, it turns out that he actually came from a rich family. You never would have guessed it in season 1, given his clothing attire and stuff like that. So I really do like that layer of the character. And I really do love the bond that he has with, Anne in, strangely enough, the episode Wally and Anne also. It gives Anne a life lesson to learn from Wally that you shouldn't care what people think. It doesn't matter what your reputation is as long as you love yourself. Love it. Love it. I'm going to touch upon that episode later. But so all in all, these are the reasons why I love Wally.
Yeah, Wally's not bad of a character, but I mean, I can't really put him like in the top 10 to say, yes, he's a great character to say with the whole backstory and all. But his silliness and not really helping out. I mean, Wally and Ann was a good episode. And plus his backstory when he actually was rich was a good episode. But to say the least.
And he can play the accordion. He can play the accordion.
The accordion, yes. I got to say this, though. He's still a pretty silly frog. I would say put him in the top 15 for me, but not really like top 10-ish. So sorry, Wally. You were great and all, but not my cup of noodle to say. All right, so I have something else for number 5. And that is the one tough frog that was a part of the planters. Yes, I am talking about Paulie Planter.
Yes, I'm gonna touch upon her later. Later.
So to say the least, Paulie, I love her. She's a great like little frog. Here's the thing, like throughout the show, we just keep on seeing like the tough Paulie that continues to like love Paulie. Oh wait, what was it? Just be tough, Paulie, tough little Paulie to say. And how so she's tough throughout like season 1 to season 2. Plus, you also get to see like how she actually becomes compassionate to season 3 to say. So here's the thing, like she could be like that one tough frog. And plus the other thing too is like when she actually has Frobo, she turns out to be such a supportive character to a little robot. Like I never expect that kind of friendly bond that Paulie would have to a character to a certain object to say. So she does have that like cold heart where she's actually like tough and all, but at the same time, she also does have a heart of like, like a greatly awesome heart to actually care about like somebody like Frobo to say. I love the fact that she's now a technician now, so she actually can fix up robots. Turned out to be really cool. She made Frobo into a freaking Megatron or some sort of like transformer now. So yeah, I would say though, Paulie definitely is an awesome character. What more can I say? She's awesome.
Yes. Like I said, I'm gonna touch upon her later.
I know, and FYI, the later is actually now because when you go to Omid number 4, it is Paulie too. I have a different picture for Paulie. Oh no, fuck, wrong app. I hate doing this sometimes. I have to be projector here. Number 4 is Paulie to Omid. Omid, can you explain why Paulie's number 4 for you?
Yes, like honestly, okay. Bit of a spoiler, guys. Paulie Planter is my favorite amphibian in the series. Yes, whether it be frog, whether it be toad, whether it be newt, like Paulie is my favorite amphibian in this entire series. Like I just adore this little, cute little tadpole very much. And the reason why I do is because, before a certain character came along, she was actually my favorite character in season 1. Yeah, funny enough, right?
Paulie, I find. Considering that Anne, Sprig, Ivy, and the rest of the Wartwood citizens were not my favorite.
She was my favorite season 1 because she had the funniest lines. She's shown to be much tougher than she seems. Like given like for a cute little tadpole, let me tell you, like she has a fierce, tough, snarky attitude, and I just love her for it. And I laugh at every line that she spews out in season 1 and. Season 2 and season 3 also, for the most part. Like, honestly, like, every line that she spews out, I'm just like, oh my god, Paulie, you are so cute! Oh god, you're this cute little round ball thing. I love Paulie so much. Like, I probably have a, Paulie plushie in my shelf in my room, and it's gonna stay there forever. And I do like how, despite her fierce tomboyish attitude, she's shown to pretty much show hearts. Like she's shown to be very caring and loving towards her family and to her friend Frobo as well. Like she's willing to pretty much do whatever it takes, despite the fact that she's a baby. She
Yeah.
still manages to contribute to the family and Frobo as well, especially when she gets her legs. Oh my god, it was a proud moment
Oh
when
God, I forgot.
got
I
her
gotta bring
legs.
that up.
My little baby's got legs. My little baby's got legs.
She got legs, and she turned out to be more epic. Like when you see her in season 3, so it tells you that her growth is definitely showing. Not being a little polytoad or whatever, a tadpole, not a little tadpole anymore. Now she's actually turned into a frog, and it's beautiful to actually see how Paulie became like that.
Yeah. So overall, yeah, Paulie is one of my absolute top favorite characters. Obviously, she's my favorite amphibian character, and yeah, Paulie is awesome.
All right, awesome. Okay, Omid is gonna hate my number 4. Really gonna hate my number 4. We are going straight to the top 4 characters, and I was really thinking about like, okay, we got the girls, we get the frogs, but the thing is, like, this person definitely felt number 4ish to me because I felt a certain frog definitely made it to the top 3. And I'm sorry for those who are huge fans of this person. Omid is definitely a huge fan of this person. But my number 4 is Marcy Wu. I am not okay. Out of all the 3 characters, Marcy Wu is not my favorite. Look, she was adorable. She was adorable when we first saw her in season 2 in Marcy at the Gates. Yes, awesome. She's beautiful. She's kind of charismatic. She's like the silly character that could. Yeah, just a silly character, but she just feels a little selfish too. I mean, in the first episode, you can see Marcy go through all the puzzles, but she doesn't care about the planters or even Anne getting hurt. I mean, what's going on here, Marcy? Do you care about them? It doesn't take you until the final puzzle to say, like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm hurting my friends.
First of all, you place Marcy like not in the top 3.
No,
like you place her outside.
There's somebody who is much better than Marcy. Okay.
Like. Wow, you really thought that my placement in Sprig was disrespect? You really thought my placement was disrespect? I'm looking at this right now. I'm just like,
okay.
Nah,
here's the thing. Marcy's currently top 5. Okay. You put Sprig in the top 6. Why not even in the top 5 list?
6 is good. 6 is good.
No, it's not. You put Wally over Sprig. Can you explain that to me?
Like I said, just the fact that Wally's the cookie guy, yet he loves himself.
Sprig is so helpful. How the hell do you not think that Sprig is not better than Wally? What is this?
Like I'm not gonna lie. To be honest, like it was sort of a toss-up between the two, also in that field. So
okay, I'll continue on here. That backstabbing moment where she actually was selfish and actually brought her friends over to Amphibia to make sure that she has a future with them. I don't think that was a good idea, Marcy. I think that's really, really selfish of you. That actually really twisted my heart, the fact that Marcy actually backstabbed Anne and Sasha there. So
then it's revealed that her friends weren't much better given, the beginning of the end.
No, I would still say Marcy still ended up being, kind of mean. Well, still that shift where she actually, did this for her own selfish good. I mean, that's still not cool for Marcy.
She was scared of moving out. You can understand. She was scared of moving out.
Scared of moving, but Marcy, you can't do that. That doesn't feel cool especially when you do someone with innocent, like Anne, for example. I mean, Anne didn't know anything about it. Sasha, maybe, because Sasha's a boss. But Marcy, why would you do that? I mean, I understand you're just being selfish and all, but this is not cool. And the other thing too is that
let's be honest, all 3 of them were selfish in their own way.
No, Anne is okay. Anne is not. Anne is not. Shut up. Maybe.
She was selfish on some occasions, especially with Sprig. In some occasions.
Okay. Well, okay, maybe first season wise. But like I said, Marcy was not cool. It took me a while. Okay, so it took me a while to actually try to forgive her. But the fact is, like, throughout season 3, she was mostly Darcy, so she started out to be really mean, for example. What really twisted the heart for me with Marcy is the fact that she actually turned out to be, obviously innocent. Her mind is pretty much stuck in Darcy. It was thanks to Sasha and Anne that ended up actually taking her out the core and actually getting her memories back. And the fact that she actually, she actually turned out to be nice again, to say. I hope after the hardest thing, nothing bad happens to Marcy because she suffered way too much. I get it. Like the selfish act, yes, it was way too harsh. Marcy, you definitely are a bad person when you did that. But I believe your suffering was enough.
Don't jinx it, man. Don't
I
jinx
believe
it.
Marcy, I think you've suffered enough. I believe you're fine. I think 4 was still good enough for me for her. So yeah, Marcy's 4 for me.
Okay, well, at least, like I said, at least it's top 10. Like, at least it's top 4.
At least it's top 5. Okay, listen, at least it's top 5. Okay, at least it's top 5. God damn it! Oh god, we're going to be all about this here.
It's gonna be
I know Omid was gonna freak out the fact that Marcy was number.
Marcy was not. Yeah,
Marcy was not in number 1. Okay, I get it.
Don't forget number 1. She was the top. She was in your top 3. It's like, what is this?
All right, let's head over to our number 3 character. And now we're getting to our top 3 characters because we all love them respectfully, but we have to decide which of these top 3 characters end up being like 1, 2, 3 to say. Omid put Sasha Waybright as number 3. Can you explain why Sasha is number 3?
Yes. Now, coincidentally enough, okay, here's a bit of a spoiler again. Now my top 3 are actually the Calamity Trio. Like, I'm gonna reveal more. Who's number 2 and 1 in a bit.
Some of the fans know. Some of the fans follow you on Twitter. Okay, we know what your number 1 is.
Okay, but for those who don't, you'll find out soon. So, yeah, number 3 is Sasha Waybright. Now, of course, when we do see her at first, she turns out to be like the bossy, mean girl type trope, but then throughout the seasons, throughout the episodes, she learns to grow and develop. Of course, love her character development. One of the best character developments I've seen in a cartoon character. And I've seen Zuko from Avatar: Last Airbender. So yeah, they're both up there. So what I love about Sasha is that she has this she's this 3-dimensional bossy girl where she does have bossy moments. While she is the bossy mean girl per se, she does have some likability in her. She does actually show some care in some way or another. Even during season 1, we do see that tiny hint of care that she has, especially towards her friends Anne and Marcy, and also the fact that pretty much like throughout the series like she learns that there are consequences to her bad behavior. We've seen her face those consequences. It's Barrow's Warhammer, where she lost Percy and Braddock because of Sasha being Sasha. And so this was a good chance for her to change her ways and heed her warrant, but sadly that wasn't the case because what happened to True Colors, she was being Sasha again. But then it turned out to be, the consequences actually turned out to be far worse than in Barrow's Warhammer, up to a point where one of her best friends got stabbed and she was separated from them again. And so in came season 3. Season 3 was where she was pretty much peak Sasha. Like season 3, especially after Turning Point, where she read Anne's diary, like that's what made her, Turning Point. And so she vowed to be a better friend, a better leader, and a better person by the end. And so we see her lead the rebellion. We've seen her long hair Sasha. Like she turned out to be like the best Sasha that she promised she would be. And let me tell you, we are proud of her for it. And oh my God, that's the part where she slays Darcy, when she defeats Darcy and she's like, I am not that person anymore. And I'm just like, oh my God, God bless. We are proud of you, Sasha. We are proud of you, Sasha. Oh my God, just round of applause for Sasha. That beautiful character development. Yeah, we've seen that she's no longer this unlikable, bossy character that she was in the previous 2 seasons. No, this is a brand new Sasha. This is the Sasha that grew, that evolved. This is a Sasha that we all know and love today. And just a bit of a side note here, Anna Akana voices S-tier characters, okay? Now, Sasha may not be my favorite character voice by Anna Akana. That will be my wife from Big City.
Oh my God.
But Sasha, though, does come across as an amazing character to me because of her character development and growth. That's why she's number 3.
But, I mean, I got no spoiler for this. Sasha definitely is in my top 3 for sure. Obviously the characters that you're kind of seeing right now, the Calamity Trio, at least one of them has been pulled from the top 3 list. Sorry, Marcy, but you're not top 3 material.
Yes, he plays a certain character over Marcy, which is not a bad thing. I like that certain character, but still, though, I would disagree on that.
Okay, whatever you say. But yeah, Sasha is definitely an awesome character. I'll explain more when I get to her in my list. But for my number 3, I really don't understand why Omid put him number 6. But I love Sprig Planter. He's a great kind of person. How the heck do you not care that he actually was a friend to Sasha to Anne? Look,
like I just explained that, like I said, I love Sprig. He's a caring,
he's
friend towards Anne.
Frog. He's a great.
I just
frog.
like other characters more. That's it. That's all.
The other thing too is that Sprig was he actually befriended Anne. They thought they were going to kill Anne because she was a beast in the first episode, to say. But look how supportive Sprig has been throughout the whole series. Like, she's been helpful to Anne. She's been helpful to, well, obviously she has some suspicions to Sasha and Marcy, but of course he also respected her too. Nonetheless, whenever Anne is in trouble, Sprig is there. Whenever any planter or any Wartwood citizen is in help, he's there to help him out as well. I mean, he's even a freaking superhero in LA for Christ's sake. Yeah, he turned out to be such an amazing character. I love his silliness is absolutely attractive to me. He's adorable, by the way. He's a great, cute little frog.
Look at that face. Look at that face right there.
How can you say no to that face, Omid?
If I did say no, he wouldn't be my top 10. Okay, if I really did say no to Sprig, he would not be my top 10.
Let's just make an innocent face. I don't know. But yeah, I love Sprig Planter. It was crazy when I saw Justin over at the art gallery. By the way, the voice actor for Sprig, Justin, he definitely has the same voice as Sprig, like even in regular time. So I'm like, dang, okay, so I'm guessing you're very high pitched. Yeah, but it's awesome. I mean, okay, we'll skip through that. Anyways, Sprig is an awesome character. He's a very supportive person to Anne. Definitely a great friend. I don't know why Sasha wanted to kill Sprig one time.
And I agree with you. The only thing I disagree, though, Sprig over Marcy, no. Absolutely no.
No. At least Marcy didn't backstab anybody. At least Sprig actually was respectable to Anne.
No, Sprig over Marcy. No, I'm sorry, your list fails automatically.
Oh my god!
But I do love Sprig, but he's no Marcy.
Oh my god! I'm saying this right now. Sprig is still he's a great person. He's a great frog.
And I don't disagree. I agree completely. Sprig is a good frog. He's a good little. He's
a great frog. Like I said, supportive to Anne, supportive to pretty much everybody. Like, he would be an awesome friend if you ever become a friend to a frog, to say. All right. We're going straight to our 2 and 1 here, and you can all put your guesses on the comments what Omid and my lists are. But Omid's number, sorry, that's mine. Omid's number 2. If anyone wants to make a guess, if anybody in the comments wants to make a guess on Omid's number 2, you can right now if you want to. I'll give you
feel free to
a couple of seconds
right here.
Everybody should know by now. I mean, some people who are watching our stream are followers of us on Twitter. So
I literally just put a huge spoiler when I was talking about Sasha. So that should give you a clue right there.
Yeah, I should give you a clue. But okay, what? Well, nobody said Sasha, but Sasha's number 3 still Mead. Did you not read? Did you not see?
I don't know. You must have skipped that part.
Yeah. Yep. You're right on there. By the way, everybody, it is Anne Boonchoid. It's Omid's number 2. Wow. Okay. So, all right.
Yes.
Explain why Anne's number 2.
I really do love Anne. She's a really great protagonist. She's a really great girl. She's the kind of girl that's just all heart. She's the heart of the trio. And what I like about Anne is that, like I mentioned with Sasha, Anne pretty much grows and develops herself. We see her as in season 1. We've seen her as the kind of girl who has flaws, makes mistakes of her own, but throughout her episodes, she manages to fix her mistakes. She manages to learn from them, and she's pretty much the kind of girl who would fight for the people that she loves, rather be fighting against Sasha to protect Hop Pop and the Planters, rather be fighting against Andreas because he dropped Sprig, or rather be fighting Andreas again to save, the world. Like that's what I love about, that's what I love about Anne, and also just the fact that like we've seen Anne's insecurities in All In, where pretty much it's revealed that before she met the Planters, she didn't know what she wanted to be. She didn't love herself. I'm just like, Anne, when did you become the most relatable character in animation? When did you become so relatable? Because I totally felt that. Like that's why we tend to, act out. That's why we tend to have flaws in a sense, because we don't know what we want to be ourselves. So that could really lower self-esteem also. But then thanks to the love and support of her two families, the Planters and the Boonchoids, she manages to grow and evolve on her own to the person that she wants to become, the person that we all know and love. And I love her quirky, funny moments as well. And of course, she hates pineapple pizza. Like, don't you dare
oh
talk
my
about
God.
pineapple ramen pizza.
Do not talk about pineapple pizza.
So
she
overall,
she relates to me on that one.
So overall, Anne has really good work ethics. Like the fact that we see her help out in the Thai restaurant, and the fact that she helps Stumpy out with his own restaurant, that really does show how strong of a work ethic that she has for her own age. That's what makes you respect her even more. So yes, all in all, really love Anne. She's a really great protagonist and a really great role model.
Well, you kind of know that Anne is going to be in my top 2. I'm pretty sure you all know by now Anne is going to be in my top 2 for my top 2 list to say. Do you think that Anne is going to be in my top 2? Is my number 2 to say though? Do y'all think so? I mean, you all follow me on Twitter. You all should know like my favorite character of Amphibia, and it is not Marcy, unfortunately.
Again, Nate shakes head. It's SMH, man. SMH, man.
Okay, so to say the least, she is actually very close to number 1 if she wasn't so flawed in season 1 and 2. Talking about Sasha Waybright. I love her. Holy crap. How the hell did she get such a big turnaround? I mean, in season 1, she definitely is a bossy person to Anne. And then in season 2, we get to see a little bit of love, liking towards Sasha. But at the end, she still backstabbed Anne. So I'm like, what are you supposed to be, a bully to Anne, for example? But no, she didn't. But no, what happened though at season 3, holy crap, she had a very huge turnaround. Literally turning point. Look, if you watch Turning Point, by the way, she's depressed throughout the whole entire episode. Like, she's so worried to Anne and Marcy that all her actions are turning to absolutely bite her in the butt. That she actually had a huge turning point when she saw Anne's journal, for example. And now she turned out to be a huge boss. Look at her now become commander of the rebellion. And holy crap, like her and her long hair, her and her fighting skills, and everything in between. She's a badass, and how she became so good after just one season. How can I say this though? Is it the biggest turnaround of a character? You might say Prince Zuko is one of the biggest turnarounds of a character, but this one I think definitely tops the cake. You have one season to turn around a bossy character like Sasha, and she becomes like this. She's amazing. So I have to give prop out to the Amphibia crew to actually change the fact of a bully to become a really heartwarming character like Sasha, for example. And not gonna lie, she's absolutely like people can like adore her just because she became such a badass and everything.
Yeah, definitely
a huge fan of Sasha now. But yeah, Sasha Waybright.
We all are by season 3. We're all a fan of Sasha. We stand Sasha Waybright. And by the way, look at how much she's been working out. Look at those arms. She's been working out.
Arms are bigger than Anne's, yes, but working out. We need to see her workout routine now. She is the gem of strength, as what we see, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's true. We've seen her being able to lift a giant warhammer. So that should give you an indication right there.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, you should all know by now our number 1 characters. Omid will immediately go first with his number 1. I definitely put up a good picture for Omid with number 1. Yeah, y'all know it. Y'all know it by now. She's adorable. She's cute. She did backstab Anne, but at the same time, she did turn out to be a really awesome character throughout season 2. She became Darcy season 3 though, but unfortunately, either way, Marcy Wu is Omid's number one.
Yes.
So can you explain? Okay. Is it because you saw her in Marcy at the Gates is the reason why you love Marcy? Or
My God.
I don't know.
Okay, like much like how For Bros About to Rock gave me my favorite character in Luna Loud, Marcy at the Gates, right from the get-go, gave me my favorite character in Marcy Wu. I stan Marcy so much. Have been ever since that episode.
How about when she returned to Darcy though?
That's the thing though. Like even when possessed, even when she's, possessed by the core, even when she's Darcy, she manages to be funny. She manages to be quirky. She manages to be so Marcy. She manages to be a fun little dork that you just can't help but love. Oh my God. Like her quirkiness, her interests, like her interest in nerd stuff, and like, the fact that she's, resourceful, she's the smart, she's smart but clumsy. You know what I mean? Like she's, you know what I mean? It's that she's perfect and imperfect at the same time. That's pretty much the best way to describe her. And I also want, well, Helly Hobbs on top of that, it's the fact that she's a very layered character. Like throughout the series, you see her as like she's more than what she seemed. Like you see her pretty much have her own flaws. Like she's like she's shy around people. She can't look them in the eye, and also by the fact that like I do see a lot of myself in Marcy, because I'm pretty much the Marcy of my own. I'm pretty much the Marcy of my own family trio. It's like my mom and my brother are not exactly into the same stuff I'm into, like anime or animation.
So you're
or
kind of
superhero
feeling
stuff,
like
all that stuff.
Marcy. You kind of feel like Marcy in the group, where she's interested in this thing, but the others aren't.
Yes, exactly. And that's what makes me, love her even more, is the fact that I heavily relate to her. Like she's a kind of friend that I definitely would want in real life. And also by the fact that, and yeah, in True Colors, you do see why she did what she did. You do see how they got to Amphibia in the first place. But here's the thing. You do understand why. You do see the reason behind it. It's because, her family has to move out and she's conflicted of what she, has to do. And for a girl that is very introverted, that, for a girl that is pretty quirky, for a girl that pretty much for a girl that of her type, it's really hard for her to find friends easily once she moves out. So that's why she holds on to Sasha and Anne, because they're pretty much the closest friends that she has to her. And because of her introverts, because of her shyness and stuff like that around people, can't look them in the eye, it's hard for her to go out and find new people like this early, and especially at that age. So, and yeah, overall though, like for these reasons and much more, Marcy Wu is my favorite Amphibia character.
You already saw me explain my part when it comes to Marcy Wu. Yes, I have to say the backstabbing that Marcy did was the reason why I kind of put her number 4. But you know what though? She's still an adorable little pea, and I still respect her as an amazing character. So to say the least, yeah, she may be off the top 3 list, but she still is a great character. Okay, she's in the top 10 at least. All right.
And Nate, we all know what your number 1 is, bro.
Right? Y'all should know my number 1 by now.
Take it away.
I loved her ever since the beginning of the show. You all should know by now. I mean, she's voiced by one of my celebrity crushes, by the way. Yeah. Okay, I love Brenda's song. I loved her when she was in the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, for example, and also she was also in what was it, the Social Network. But yeah, it's Anne Boonchoid. I am loving her. Like the thing is that, look, I understand. Like I could follow up with Anne. Like she is selfish sometimes, but like the way that she grows throughout the show just tells you like how amazing her character has been. Like she has been selfish in season 1. She wanted to throw her own party, and she also had the heart of actually saving the planters and everything. So like that's her second family. So what you do with family, you end up saving your family and all. And of course, she has that mission to get those gems to work. Obviously has to go to Newtopia to visit Marcy, and of course that turned out to be a huge reunion with those two. But at the same time, you just continue to see that Anne continues to also grow. Like, yeah, you can be your selfish self. You hate responsibility when you were a little kid, but and throughout the whole entire series, she's just continuing to grow, continuing to have a good heart. She's turned out to be really nice. And in season 3, she turned out to be like like one of the greatest people to actually follow. I mean, yeah, she could be a little bit selfish. At the same time, she still is growing up. She's turning out to be such a character that I can relate to. Plus the fact that like we keep seeing like new things about her, like for example when Sprig got thrown from the castle and she turned into Super Saiyan, like yeah, I definitely love her after that. And obviously the best form of her, by the way, Super Saiyan. Oh my god, she's a badass at
Yes.
that. Oh, and
Super Saiyan. Yes.
yes, and also she loves K-pop too. So, I mean, she's just amazing. She's an amazing character overall. She resembles like most of like how characters are. The growth of how she was from a selfish girl all the way up to like who she is now. I think that there's a lot of respect about her. And Boonchoid definitely is a great person. She's amazing. But yeah, my number one, no doubt, an awesome character. And I stand Anne. No doubt about it.
I stand Marcy. So let's go.
But yeah, that is our top 10. Honorable mentions. Do you have any other characters you want to bring up? I know you said Maddie was one that you also wanted to bring up.
Yes, I said Maddie. Like Maddie was really close to being my top 10. She really was. Like I love her. I love her witchcraft. I love her, goth personality. I do love like she pretty much gives a Lucy Loud vibe to me, and that's why I love Maddie for it.
All right. What other characters can I bring up for honorable mentions here? I actually don't know. Well, obviously the characters from LA. It's weird how Molly Jo became such a good secondary character. She only appeared during Spider Spring, and she turned out to be helping everybody now. Even the old people, even the old person from the Hollywood movie too. I'm like, really?
Hot Pop's variant.
And I love the girls. And I love the girls, by the way. Oh, I forgot their names.
Dr. Jen and Terry.
Okay, yeah, those two, but the other two, the robot girls.
Yeah, I love them too.
Allie it's Allie and somebody else. I forgot her name, but I love those two. I think there's something else I actually want to bring up. Maybe, no, actually, that's it. I think it's mostly the LA people. But yeah, no doubt, it was great with our top 10.